up
Yeah.
the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Sarah there?
Yeah.
Who's calling?
I remember that, yeah.
Frankie from school? What? Frankie from... Sorry, Frankie's on the phone. Dinner's ready in 30 minutes, so make it quick. Like, you feel like...
Yeah.
But that, like, built... Like... I don't know. It built, like...
Character.
Yeah. Like,
it does, because it gives you the skills
kids don't
of...
do that anymore.
Yeah.
Now you can just
Remember
text them directly.
having to remember phone numbers?
Yeah. You don't even have to,
Yeah.
like... You don't even have to know the family.
Yeah,
You can text
memorizing
the
the
girl
phone
directly
number.
a picture of your dick.
Not knowing who's going to pick
Like,
up.
what? What world are we living in?
And the conversations were short, if you think about it. It
So-
wasn't like I mean, like maybe occasionally if you were actually together with somebody, you're on the phone longer.
Mm-hmm.
But like just calling to see if someone could hang out, it was like a 30-second conversation.
Ringing someone's door.
Yeah. Of being
Ringing
like,
the
hey,
doorbell.
do you want to go
Someone
meet
rings
out
my
in the
doorbell
street?
now,
I'm
you're
getting
a-
my gun
you're-
loaded.
You're a fucking
Everyone
stranger.
hides.
You're a stranger, and I'm not
I
answering.
got a camera on my doorbell.
I know.
Yeah.
You ring it, I know who you are.
Yeah.
But yeah, when my doorbell, were like sometimes the Amazon guys will like ring the bell and then leave. I get pissed. Why the fuck are they ringing the bell? Meanwhile, like that was a thing you used to always do. And it was like Sebastian Maniscalco had a good bit on that. He said like back in the day when he was growing up, the doorbell would ring and you're like, oh, we have company.
Company.
Yeah.
Now
I
it's
know
like
that
everybody
bit.
hits the deck like, who the
Yeah,
fuck
you like
is here?
hide and close the blinds.
What's
and you're like,
happening?
Oh my God.
We're about to be invaded.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I felt like we kind of also still grew up in that, like, you could leave your door unlocked time frame.
That's not. Oh no.
Not in my house.
You know, but like it just felt a little more like you weren't as on edge.
I don't agree with that. I feel like
Really?
you always have to lock your doors. I don't know what fantasy you're living in.
My parents grew up in Brooklyn. so
Even if you were in the 90s.
They drilled it.
I guess I'm talking about more of a suburbs.
Remember having to roll your window down? We could talk about that.
Roll your window down. Oh my
Like
god.
hand
Yeah, all the
maneuver.
technology.
And winding it all the way
Increases
down.
Such a unique, like,
transition.
the last of an era childhood where we, like I said, this was all woods behind us, and people had like gates where you can go, and it was like a good half a mile before you got to like where the chop shops and all this shit are back there. So like we had like adventures, and then we had like the Pond Deli over there with the strip club next to it. We'd all walk to the fucking
But the
deli.
strip club was probably legendary.
It
like
was
it was
legendary.
a legend.
Yeah, like it was
amongst
there
the-
for
Like,
years,
One
yeah.
day, like some girl walked in.
It's like the
with,
super bad reference.
Nothing.
It was like, oh, what'd you do this weekend?
wearing,
I'm
like-
trying to sneak
And it was
into
the best day of your life.
And we were like, huh. We're like, that was kind of weird. And then like we kind of like then like because we had older brothers and stuff like that. Then we figured out like, oh shit, there's a strip club
Well,
next door
we had
where Pond
a
Deli is.
so where I grew up, we had a sump up the block. You know what a sump is?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had some
Right.
down there. We
I had
saw all
those
the
too.
time.
The sneaky thing to do was hang out in the sump.
Yes.
And one day, me and my
Yeah.
buddy found a fucking Playboy
Yeah.
in the sump.
This is
First
the
time I ever seen a
same story.
naked woman. Like, oh my god.
This is only a conversation you
It was
could have
tossed
if
in
you
the
have a
sun.
before the internet
Right.
childhood.
So this was like gold to us. What we would do, we would bury it in his yard.
Wait,
and then
that's so
we would dig
funny.
it up the next day to look at it again. And one day it like rained and we dug it up and the thing was like fucking ruined.
Yeah.
And that was like, oh my god, this like treasure is gone. Nowadays though, you can see
I know.
whatever the fuck you want.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
At the click
in
of a button.
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this thing was like the treasure trove.
We had this.
See, isn't that more
We had a
exciting?
bucket
Like-
of Playboys that was like in the woods over there. We had the sump over there. We had like these like bike ramps over here, and then wood chips where there was
Yeah.
like huge bike ramps, like with walking distance. So we had all these areas of like where you can just go as
It's
kids.
adventures.
You'd have
Yeah.
adventures, and you could just be there for 3-4 hours, and like our parents didn't know exactly where we were.
Right.
It's,
It could've
it's
been
like
good.
the pre-smartphone,
But
pre-internet
that's where,
era
like,
is such a
Bonds.
having to grow up
Because you had to
before it and
figure it
as it
out.
fades through. It's such a
you
unique.
had to entertain
time period.
yourself
That's
with
where
what was in
bonds-
front of
because
you.
then
like-
you have to like learn how to kind of protect yourselves because you're
Yeah.
fucking just out doing weird shit. and
Get
then
so much
fucking-
character.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'd meet up and just walk and hope we ran into a group of
Yeah.
girls that was doing the same thing.
Right.
Like that was the fun aspect of it. Like when you drive around now, you don't see kids walking and biking really
I
around.
went on a
Yeah.
separate.
When I was younger though, that's all we did.
Yep.
Right.
Like, you know, walk in a group.
I do still see kids on bikes, but there's
Rare.
There's the ones that
Yeah, now it's
do-
the crazy ones who are like weaving in and
well,
out
it's
of,
that one
traffic
but
and
then
doing stupid
my
shit.
last two experiences were
or just on their
scary.
phone, right?
Where I was just turning down the block to get home from work, and I don't drive fast or anything, and like so I'm about to make this turn at the end of the block over there, and I see this kid like no handlebars. He doesn't have his hand on his handlebars, and he's got headphones on, and he's looking
It's in
down.
his technology.
He's looking
my
down
God.
at his cell phone with no hands on the handlebars, can't hear me, and he's looking at his phone. And I come to a complete stop because I'm like looking at this kid, and he's just like riding into the middle of the road, right to the point where I'm like honking the horn because he's about to just ride into my car. And then eventually he looks up and he's like, "Oh, like sorry," like I'm like, "Okay, what the fuck was that?"
It's a
and
shame.
then there
That
was
is
this little
scary.
Indian girl,
Sad.
the same age, like around like 11, 12 years old, and I'm coming down the road, and it's dark. All I could see is like the back of like a pedal where I could see reflectors, and I saw it, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. And again, I just know like whenever I see kids, they're semi-retarded, fucking.
Yeah.
So like, just slow down.
No awareness.
So I was going slow, and my headlights are on because it's later at night, and this kid shouldn't have even been out, like at
Yeah,
that
what
point,
is she
riding a bike by herself or whoever she was with. I got within like 10 feet of her, okay, and she's on the right
Need more?
side of the road. My headlights are now past her.
could use
Like
more.
you could clearly see,
Shining, yeah.
even if you're not looking,
You could see the beam of
you
the
could
light.
see the lights because they're past you now. And I got like within 10 feet, and she just hooked the left and did like a U-ing in the street, and I almost fucking hit this girl.
I mean, you gotta
My
think that not
food
everybody's
was-
driving like you are.
I know, and I was going slow, and just because I just recently had
Because you
the
caught
other
a
experience,
pedal.
dude. My food went like
Yeah.
everywhere. I was pissed about it. I went on a rant after it. I'm like, what's with these fucking kids riding bike? Like nobody. I mean, we were kind of
They're good.
oblivious.
They might as well be aliens.
Yeah.
Dude. We
They're
cannot
like-
relate.
They're
They're growing
so-
up in
They
a
might
different
as well
world
be.
than we do.
Thank
Can I
you.
pee by this shine?
Yeah, behind us.
No.
Big behind the shit, guy.
Get that one, and you got to keep the structure of the fire too, because
Come on, where's your structure fire, Justin?
any little bit of breeze is gonna make it dance a little